To sum up this entire post, which is ironically called a very brief, I think they were kidding there, is about upcoming mod changes. We're just going to call these mods 2.0. Main thing is there's going to be mod energy that's separate from Cantina. 6-dot mods, but we're not going to have to farm 6-dot mods. We're going to convert our gold 5 dots into 6-dot. Okay, cool. No more Jawas. As far as getting all of the mods unlocked, we don't have to have the faction specific, so if you don't have Jawas to get like the crit damage ones, fine. Fixes and retuning of the mods so that it is not just a speed fest, although it probably still will be a speed fest. Overall, I gotta say, I think it's very good. I didn't think I was gonna be possible to be excited about 6-dot mods. I mean, I don't want to go to Gear 13. I don't want to go to Gear... It just blows my mind. Level 90, some of the stuff, I mean, it's just overwhelming a little bit. And mods is one of those, but this is not gonna be overly overwhelming. Now there's going to be parts that we have to mine and farm, and I don't know how that's going to work. They talk about tier 9 on the mod challenges, like there's 8 right now, well they're going to add a 9, and we're going to read the post and go over that. And I expect it to be kind of a grind fest like the ship omegas and the reinforcement ability mats. If I were to guess, haven't actually seen, don't know. I'm going to kind of skip through this beginning part because it talks about what they're thinking and how they're going about in the process. First part that's very interesting in this entire post, mod energy. Mod battles and mod challenges now have a different energy from Cantina energy. Yay! Just like ship energy. Actually, this entire upgrade kind of feels similar to ships. The purpose of this change is to allow players to do mod battles and mod challenges more frequently without sacrificing progress in Cantina battles. Woo! Yo, I can get all those Cantina characters finally upgraded. Cantina tokens will be removed as rewards for mod battles and mod challenges, although players will be able to get the same amount of Cantina tokens using their Cantina energy in Cantina battles. Like ship energy, mod energy will not count towards the daily 600. The main objective was that to make ease of use, and I like that, and I love presets. I think what everybody wanted, including myself mostly, was mod management. We were wondering why it was taking so long. Well, we're basically getting a whole overhaul of the mod system, which is fine. Now, the first thing I wanted to point out in this picture is that the colors all change. And basically, whatever the color was when you first upgraded the mod, they're all going to revert to that color. And then from slicing or hacking is going to upgrade it from blue to purple to gold, and then from gold to the 6-dot. So it's not going to change the stats at all. It's just the colors are going to change from gold to all the multicolored like it shows here, and that's going to be fine. Advanced filters, basically up until now, or up until that this comes out, and I don't know when it's coming out, we have been 100% dependent on SWGOH.gg. Still highly recommend that site for almost everything, but it looks like we're going to be able to do all of the things in there very easily. But now we should be able to find things. So we can assign mods already assigned to other characters. One of the new mod inventory filters will display mods that are already assigned to a character. So if I would have found a mod that was on a random Tuscan, I was like, my goodness, why is this mod over here? It'd be very easy to move to another character. Love this. You can move entire loadouts. You have toggle arrows. They got rid of the destroy button removed. The mod leveling screen improvement. Now, they've already lowered the cost on upgrading the mods. And we're going to talk about what to do to prepare for this update, because the way that mods upgrade, especially the green, the purple, and the blue, is going to change. And so personally, whenever I get a mod that has a secondary speed stack of a green, blue, purple, I automatically upgrade it right away, and they're highly recommending that here in this notes. So let's get through it. Mod tier coloring and naming. So one of the most confusing aspects of mods is just determining which mods are good in the first place. A mod's tier or color is based on the number of secondary stats when it's acquired. For example, a tier A, a gold mod at level 1 always had 4 secondary stats, where tier E, which is gray, had none. And then when you went from 3, 6, 9, 12, they upgraded. And they're going to talk about how it's going to change. What is confusing is that we currently increase the tier, change the color, and leveling the mod. The result is that all level 15 mods being tier A gold, there's a vast difference in the value of the level 15 mod that started at tier A gold versus one that started off gray. So they're going to revert the color back to the original color but without changing the stats. And so they're very clear right here. Both images from the same account, same exact stats, same exact mods, before and after. You can see that they're going to make it multicolored. Mod slicing, which is, or mod hacking, they're upgrading. A new feature, slicing, that basically allow to take them from gray to green, from green to blue, and that's fine. And that should give better secondary stats overall. That should only impact the secondary stats. Slicing can only begin after a mod has been leveled to level 15. Similar to crafting gear, slicing requires new pieces from salvage, which can be acquired through mod battles. This is a new battle in tier 9. So right now there's 8 battles in mod selection, and they have like Jawas specific or Jedi specific. They're getting rid of all of that, and they're highly suggesting that you finish as much of those up as possible. And then there's going to be a new one all the way over there on 9. So if you haven't completed your mod battles yet, one way you can prepare for this update is to do that now. Once the salvage has been acquired, the players then elect to slice the mod, which will improve the mod's tier, increasing a random secondary stat and changing to the next color. This process can repeat until the mod is at max tier, which is gold, which will roughly have similar stats to a natural gold mod. Like if it started off gold in the first play, you're going to finally get it like if it started as a gold mod. For example, now you can take the rarity of a 5E mod, which is gray, and increase the stats and slicing it 4 times to max of 5A gold, and then eventually take it to 6, or they're going to call it 6E, and then you're going to say 6E is the max. And this only works on 5-dot mods. Mod salvage recipes. Slicing a mod will require mod salvage ingredients. Ingredients required to change depending on the tier of the mod. And you can see an example of that there. No idea how scarce they are, how frequently we're going to get them, but if I were to predict, I'm going to say that it's going to be similar to that of ship Omegas and ship reinforcement abilities. It's just going to be my prediction if I were to guess. Slicing to 6E, the primary reason we introduced slicing was to find a way to introduce 6-dot mods while respecting current mod investment. That's right. If they just introduced, like, now you can farm for 6 and 7-dot mods, that would be horrible. Rather, we're just going to be upgrading our 5-dot gold mods into 6 mods, and they look quite a bit better. Rarity 6 mods are required through slicing from Rarity 5, from Tier A, which is gold, to Rarity 6, Tier E, which is technically gray. This process increases these existing stats on the mod. 6E will be the highest that a mod can be sliced at this time. And then we're going to go to the balance section. So they show it, and they change the color. It looks like it's like going to be like a super gold or orangish color rather than gray. I like that. Now, this is very interesting. Objective, create more diversity in the mod meta by elevating some of the sets and secondary stats that are currently underutilized. Right now, speed is dominant. Crit damage is also very good. But defense was not used. And we're talking about the primary set bonuses. And some of them drastically get boosted, especially defense. I can't wait to see how this works with tanks. We're just going to go over it before and after. Health used to have a max of 5%, so basically it's doubling for the set bonus from 5% to 10%. Defense going from 5% to 25%. Basically, that's 5 times stronger. And you can do 3 defensive sets now, because it only requires 2 for this total of 6 mods. You can have a plus 75% defense. Woo! Crit damage is staying the same. That was always one of the better sets. Crit chance is going from 5% to 8%. That's like a 50% increase. Tenacity is going from 10 to 20. It's doubling. Offense is going from 10 to 15, 50% increase. Potency is going from 10 to 15, a 50% increase. And speed is staying the same. Now, the idea is saying is that speed sets and crit damage sets were definitely the most important, and they were. And they're going to bring up the importance. I still think it's going to highlight the importance of secondary speed stats. I still think that is going to be insanely important going forward. Rarity 6 mods with secondary stat balance. When a mod is sliced from 5A to 6E, and this is probably the most important thing on this entire post, all secondary stats will be increased by a multiplier. With new 6E values, no secondary stats will get an additional roll at that time. And by looking at this, I can see that when they go from a gold 5-dot mod to a 6-dot mod, some of the stats get huge boosts where some don't. Like crit chance, not so much. Speed, not so much. And offense, absolutely. Defense, absolutely. And I can't predict exactly how this is going to impact mods, but I suspect it will. And their example that they give shows right here, and I know it's probably hard to see, and it goes from 3.73 crit chance to 3.9 crit chance. Offense went up a lot. Went from like 0.8% to 2.4%, and the speed only went up by 1. Health went up just a little bit, but the offense percent went up a bunch. So knowing which one of these is going to give the maximum value is something to be determined, and right now we could only speculate. But obviously, offense percent jumps up a bunch. So does defense percent, jumps up a bunch. So maybe the only mods worth upgrading from 5 to 6 will be determined. We don't know. But anyways, it's going to be more balanced and less speed dependent. At least is their intention. I don't know how they can do that because it's a turn-based game and speed will always be speed. So they talk a little bit more, a couple more examples. Again, one of the things that I was not able to determine from this post is it talked about a speed secondary going from 11 and 3% boost took it to 11.3 speed, and it rounded up to 12. Don't have clarification on how those numbers work and how it rounds. We will see. Another important thing to note is we didn't change the relative range of possible values for your mods. A mod has accumulated 30%, and the maximum possible value of 5A will scale to 30% of 6E's maximum possible value. All right, very nice. In short, top mobs will still be awesome after slicing. And your not so great mods, though having higher stats at 6E, still may be candidates to sell. Reduce the cost of leveling mods, and that has already happened. Now, this is kind of complicated right here, but I'm going to try to summarize it and make it very simple. Basically, the way mods work right now is, let's say you get a green mod and it has a secondary stat of speed. What happens when you go to level 3 is that speed stat is guaranteed to upgrade. On the new system, the second stat will be added. When you go to the next tier, which is 6, the third stat will be added, and then so on. And then finally, when all 4 are full, then it'll upgrade a random secondary stat. So basically what they're saying is if you have green, blue, purple mods right now, you probably want to upgrade them, especially if they have speed secondaries. And it says right here, actually, there's still several weeks until we make the change. Okay, a couple weeks. Implemented the lower mod leveling cost to give players time to upgrade their existing green, blue, purple mods at a reduced cost prior to the change. So make sure to take advantage of the old system with solid green, blue, purple mods before the upgrade. Particularly those green mods with a speed secondary, because it will not work like the way it is now, where a green mod with a speed secondary has a 100% chance that speed secondary will upgrade when you go to 3. In the future, it's going to get that second stat. And then when you go to 6, it's going to get the third stat. When you go to 9, it's going to get the fourth stat. Then when you go to 12 is when you're going to get your first upgrade to one of the 4. And their suggestions are right here. Complete mod battles in preparation for Tier 9. Level up your green, purple, blue mods if you want to take advantage of how the substats are currently leveled prior to the upcoming change. Hold off on selling lower level mods until slicing is available. I think these are great suggestions. Are you excited? I want to say that I'm not disappointed. I didn't think it was going to be possible I was going to be excited about 6-dot mods. I actually had anxiety about 6-dot mods. I did not want this to happen. But after reading this post, I'm like, this could be okay. I think it's going to be good. And it's all going to be dependent for me on the availability of these parts. If they're really easy to get and I can upgrade my mods easily, that'll be fine. I'm also worried about me being a little bit OCD. I'm one of those people that has like no red dots on my phone or no red dots on my Discord. Am I going to wake up and I'm going to see all my mods multicolored? Or am I also going to start going OCD and try to get all of them to gold? I hope not. I don't know if you guys are like that. One of my friends' email says 12,000 unread emails. That would drive me insane. I know that's just me. I have to read every email. I have to read every message. I can't have any red dots anywhere. All right, well, now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today. And if you did, you're in luck, because for every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free an 8-star Batman. This is not a scam. All right, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out to the streams, and it's been a lot of fun testing out new things. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.